Murder is a possibility.
See, I don't know. I think Doomblade is just... I think Go for the Throat is just too much better than Murder.
Nighthawk.
I like Vampire
Nighthawk from the sideboard.
I like Vampire
could see
Nighthawk.
that. Nighthawk is a card that I've seen in Control decks forever.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't see it here, but I do love it. Can you imagine Nighthawk versus the human decks?
Oh, jeez.
From 10 number 2. The draft is waiting for you. Please come to the stage. Andrew Blizzard.
Okay.
Vampire Nighthawk seems like it could be great right now.
I think so. I mean, there's a lot to be said about a, let's call it a seal of murder.
I just like a 3 toughness too.
Yeah.
And a little bit of life gain. Life gain is so valuable these days.
I mean, like in a Grixis control deck with Flare plus it.
And if you put some swords on it?
Yeah. It can carry a weapon.
Absolutely. You might be playing some kind of, like, you might have like a couple Sword of Feast and Famine just to put on your Snapcaster Mage or your Augur of Bolas or your Nighthawk.
You know, Augur has been disappointing me when I've been playing it.
Really?
Yeah. Too many whiffs. Too many whiffs.
How many spells are you playing?
24.
And what percentage of the time do you think you whiff on 24?
I don't know what percent. I haven't done the math.
Because it is just a math function, right?
It is a math function.
I know that, like, with 20, you're looking at whiffing around 20% of the time.
Right.
So if you're playing 24, you're probably only whiffing them maybe, what is it, like 10% of the time?
It could be something like that. The 1/3 body doesn't excite me though either.
Oh, see, I don't know. I love a 3 toughness right now. I think that a 3 toughness is just, and somebody has to carry swords. I love the prospect of potentially putting a sword on the guy, and the selection is so valuable because I think that looking like, I think Augur Bolas in the right decks is better than drawing a card. You know, and I like Elvish Visionary, but I don't know. I think that's a card that isn't being properly utilized yet. It might be that right now he's not right for a lot of the decks people are putting him in, but I think people are going to change their decks because I think Augur Bolas might be so strong that other people are supposed to just be building their decks to better take advantage of him.
Right.
I mean, that guy is, it is only because Snapcaster Mage is held up next to him that he doesn't look, I think he might be top 5 in the set. That card is unbelievable on its rate, but we'll see.
And we have a pair of land, one on each side. Arbor Elf versus nothing.
Avacyn's Pilgrim,
Avacyn's Pilgrim, my bad.
I think the Arbor Elf has to come when Return to Ravnica gives him the Temple Guardian.
You're right. Avacyn's Pilgrim. A Pilgrim versus nothing. 2 lands and now versus, looks like 3 mana in a second.
These Scars lands are so good.
Soon to go away.
Looks like Jonathan's a little flooded out. Is that a Grave Titan in his hand?
Grave Titan, Islands, I think Drowned Catacombs.
He has very sophisticated taste in islands. Anybody who plays an unhinged island is alright in my book.
Visionary, as you predicted.
A vision of scary, as Michael Jacob predicted.
And a Bird of Paradise. A Black Suns for 1 would be very potent right now. Does he have it? I don't think so. I think I see Snapcaster, Lands, Titan.
Yep. Not the most exciting grip for Jonathan.
Not at all. I mean, if that is a drowned a drown yard,
at least he can start drowning.
He can drown himself for the Snapcaster, and he's not facing pressure yet. It's just that in a moment, if a pod hits, the game is going to look really bad for him.
Is the fact that Magic right now involves drowning yourself better or worse than the fact that it used to involve sacrificing children of Corlos? Like, if you just read the card, it says on it, sacrifice children. Line break. Alright, we've got David Reed playing a Nyapod deck that looks a hell of a lot like the green-white wave deck we just saw. So is Reed a little stuck on mana? Is this what's frustrating? Or is he just flooded out?
I think he might be flooded out too. He's got 4 mana back here still. 5 mana was no good to him, I guess.
Blade Splicer? It is.
Blade Splicer is out there with its 3/3 token joining it. It looks like he's got some personalized golems there.
So, at what point do you just throw the Snapcaster Mage out to block?
This point? Maybe. Oh, has he got Solemn? Black Suns for 2. A little late to the party, but just fine still.
A little late. That's
Great
just in
master.
time.
Just in time. A little
Yeah,
late.
give him a chance to, because now he's stuck with a 1/1.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
why?
enough.
Yeah, this way he's gotten a chance to get even more value for his money. I think it was a very strong play on his part to not draw it until this turn.
I still would have liked it in the last turn. Even though
To be safe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
but
case something
scoreboard,
goes wrong.
results.
Yes, it's true. It's true. David did not do anything with that mana.
But you wouldn't have given him the shot?
Right. I mean, it's good to know that he didn't have anything to do. That's gotta feel good.
On the mutilate topic, do you think there's any chance we'll see 2-color mutilate decks?
Maybe. That's... Well, I mean, if
Black Sun's in,
Yeah.
he's rotating out.
this is true. And so is Life's Finale,
And mutilate is going to be in print with Watery Grave.
in theory. I think that you could very well see that. And we have an attack for 1, and the pod. A little late to the party, speaking of.
Maybe he was playing around counterspells.
That could be.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you got to think Richmond's got to have something in his hand. And as it turns out, he has a flash freeze.
There's the Drown Yard. Currently, we do not have the deck list in front of us, so we don't know if David Reed did see counterspells earlier or not.
So what do you think about Snapcaster Mage to block here so that he has nothing to sacrifice to his pod?
It's not terrible.
I think it's tough. It might be the play, but it might be... I think you might just want to wait because of the ability to replay your flash freeze.
Right. He's got a Grave Titan coming down next turn, so it's not like he's not going to have something really big to deal with.
Right, he just goes turn 6 Grave Titan, and then he has both flash freeze and Snapcaster to protect it.
He drowns his opponent.
Ambitious.
Well, that does make the Birthing Pod potentially have an opportunity to whiff a little bit.
It's true.
There goes a Surgical. And the 6th land, we're going to see the Grave Titan. Grave Titan, if I remember correctly, was your pick in the moment when it was printed as the best Titan of that day.
Was it? I believe Primeval. I think it went Primeval Titan, then Grave Titan. I think Primeval Titan was set aside. I'm not sure. It may have been in the set review.
I can't remember for surezies.
I definitely
Very
know that it
good
was
card.
the most underrated.
Very good card. Now, his zombies are kind of interesting.
Frost Titan might have been underrated too.
Brian Cowell picked Frost Titan as his favorite Titan of that moment.
Yeah, he had him as Frost Titan as being the most underrated one.
Yeah.
Cool was another one that was on board with Primeval Titan from day one. Where
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
like, yeah, we're just gonna go get Valakut.
I believe I was Primeval was number 1 and Inferno was number 2, and I actually did not like Grave Titan or Frost Titan.
I wonder if, I mean, it is not actually clear that Primeval Titan has won more than Grave Titan.
Grave Titan has done a lot of winning.
The tough thing is that every Wolf Run deck, every Valakut deck, they're all Primeval Titan decks, whereas Blue-Black, like Grave Titan has to share the spotlight with Consecrated Sphinx and Wormcoil Engine and so on.
I mean, it's not Grave Titan's fault that they printed Wolf Run, or not Grave Titan's fault that they printed Valakut. He's like, I'm pretty good, right?
Well, no, he's just sharing it.
Right.
It's just that there's a number, like so many Grave Titan decks would be sharing the 6th spot with other good 6s.
Yeah.
Whereas
no
there's nothing you
want.
want. Yeah. I mean, I guess Inferno Titan's pretty good, but nobody plays Inferno Titan over Primeval Titan in their ramp decks.
And David Reed trying to find an answer to a Grave Titan. He's got a Huntmaster, it looks like, so he can do it eventually. Okay, is he going to get rid of his Angel?
So he's surely getting Thragtusk here, right?
That would be okay.
Or is it Zealous Conscript?
Conscript would be a little ambitious.
Yeah, like if you don't have a way to sacrifice it.
Well, he can go get Conscript, untap his
Pod?
pod. Well, nope, don't want to go that way.
So you can untap his pod and then go to 6. But he just wants the Grave Titan. He wants to get busy.
I mean, I've done this style of play before, but I also had a mana barbs out, and my opponent was a lot lower in life.
This is very aggressive.
Yeah.
And you just very casually land, birthing pod.
Yeah, ouch, Norn.
I'm not convinced that's not how this turn is going to go. Double block the conscript? No, he's chumping the Grave Titan, huh? I don't know.
Take 3, he says.
I can't imagine not double blocking the conscript there.
The conscript represents a 6-drop next turn.
Yeah.
Jonathan trying to maintain as much of a board presence as possible. I don't know how I feel about that. Now you can hear time was called. However, if you look at our screen, you can see that there is still time on this match. These players have extra time.
Deck check.
And green or black suns for 3. He's thinking about 3. He wants to get. Just 2. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. He does not seem to respect the danger that a 6 could represent for him.
It's pretty gangster.
He's only going to be hitting for 4 here.
Huh. So Jonathan Richmond with 6 land, 3 untapped, a Grave Titan down to a 4/4, attacks and makes 2 zombies. Reed has a 1/1 conscript with plenty of land and a birthing pod.
Jonathan Richmond does have Vampire Nighthawk in his deck. We have the deck list now, and a large number of counterspells. 4 mana leak, 2 dissipate.
He's bringing counterspells back, I love it.
And we see the conscripts. What 6s can he get?
Inferno Titan.
Inferno Titan is a good one.
That's the only one in the main deck. He might have boarded in Wormcoil. Wormcoil's pretty good against blue black.
Yeah.
It's hard to kill.
I would bring in Wormcoil against blue black.
Yep.
Will Jonathan Richmond rue the day that he decided to do 1 more damage to his opponent?
What do you think about the Faith's Reward in David Reed's deck?
I suppose he can use it to potentially Alpha Strike. It's probably an anti-Vapor Snag card, just in general. An anti-Vapor Snag card with a top side. Upside, I should say. Wait, what does that do? It's not toughness? Did he fail to find?
Fail to find. Wow. Jonathan Richmond.
Next
Snap
leveling.
call. I bet you boarded him out and don't even remember. So I'm betting that Jonathan Richmond is not going to rue this day. Or that play.
Oh, boy.
Impressive.
Wow.
Magic players, Cole Sanders and Jeremiah Rinda, please report to the
And Jonathan untaps with a Grave Titan, Flash Freeze, and other cards against a empty board. And Louis Scott Vargas makes an appearance. David Reed needs
And that's
not
the game.
that card.
Wasn't a bonfire, so we're gonna have to call it a day here. Jonathan Richmond wins 2-1 over David Reed with blue black control defeating Niapod.
Wow.